Alright, so I'm going to be talking about picks today, specifically the hawk pick, but I want to bring up a couple of others, that way when I'm explaining the differences of the hawk pick in relation to other picks, it'll make more sense. Alright, first is the DUNLOP Gator Grip pick. This is pretty cool because if your fingers sweat like mine do, it has a texture and a powder on it to help maintain control of the pick. It's a standard shape pick that comes in thicknesses from 0.58mm to 2mm. Now I played this for years, but after about 10 years I figured it was a good idea to see what else is out there and just make sure that I'm not missing out. So I started thinking about it, and I recall that I always saw people playing these little red picks. Now, I'm not a fan of how small the Jazz 3 are, but the Jazz 3 XL is bigger than the Jazz 3, but smaller and less bulky than standard shaped picks, which is nice. And the pick has a sharper point on it, which is good for playing fast and helping the notes stick out. But after about a week, I was wondering if there was a pick out there that had less resistance, because even though it's not as much as a standard shaped pick, it's still noticeable. So I did some digging online, and I came across someone talking about using a thicker pick and how it moves the string, or helps move the string out of the way. And that's what brought me to the flow pick. Now that pick is really cool. You see it's got these beveled edges, right? My preference is 2mm, so being thicker it just pushes the string out of the way, and with the beveled edge there's virtually no resistance to it at all. The pick really moves easily through the strings, basically kinda gliding over them. And it doesn't have that scratchy sound that other picks like the nylon and the gator grips create when they're rubbing against metal strings. So this is a huge thing for playing clean because it makes the clean sound better, or at least in my opinion anyway. The downside is the point on the pick isn't as pronounced as the Jazz series, so it's not quite as articulate, and when you really get playing fast, sometimes it can feel like you weren't hitting the strings at all, which may throw some people off, or at least give them a learning curve. Now for the hawk pick. Yes, they are a bit pricey, but I recommend getting one at least to try because you do get what you pay for. I recommend the Hawk Tonebird 4. It's worth buying because it's literally the best of two picks. It's like the Jazz 3 XL and the Flow pick had a baby. You get the point and compactness of the Jazz XL, which is articulate and bright so you get defined notes, but also rigid like the Flow pick and has a very nice bevel to it so it glides over the strings yet retains definition. Not to mention these things are pleasing to look at. But the most unique feature about this pick is really subtle. It's a warm sounding pick. The material it's made from is almost like an extremely strong fingernail, so despite being a firm and bright pick, it also creates a warm tone when plucked into strings, which makes your clean sound really cool. Alright, time for some sound clips.
Mm-hmm.